Everybody, welcome back to Cosmic Life Astrology. Today we are talking about Mars stationing to go direct finally on February 23rd. This is the last planet to go direct after what seemed to be a very long retrograde cycle. We have a short window of time until the next set of planets go retrograde. So we have to use this time wisely to think of what it is that we're trying to move forward with. Mars being in Cancer, he's not very strong, he's in his detriment, and he has a hard time getting, full steam ahead. And so we've had this energy for the past 4.5 months. Mars reached 17 degrees of Cancer in October on the 7th, and then went into Leo and started his retrograde on December 6th. And so we've had this energy of feeling restricted in our actions, having to rethink what we're pursuing, or having to reconsider what we're passionate about, what we're putting our energy into. Mars in Cancer is very much, family and home focused. So you could have been doing a lot of things to make repairs in the home or change dynamics in your family. However, this has been a doozy of energy because it is a personal planet. So when a personal planet retrogrades, we do feel that energy more strongly as opposed to the outer planets, where the outer planets, when they retrograde, do affect us, but not as impactful as the personal planets. So, thank goodness Mars is now ready to move forward. On the day that Mars stations to go direct, he makes a opposition to the moon in Capricorn, and the moon would rather be in Cancer where Mars is, and Mars would rather be in Capricorn where the moon is. So that makes a mutual reception. That means that the moon and Mars are having a conversation. This could be about what you're trying to build. This could be about foundations you're trying to lay down. This could be, emotional conversations that may change the trajectory that you're on. And we also see Neptune conjuncting the North Node, which could add some confusion into the mix, or there's a very imaginative energy that could be at play where, you're really, it's like you're thinking, okay, I could, create this beautiful thing in my life, and, I want to go for that, and Mars is like, okay, but, we have to take our time with this, because even though Mars is stationing to go direct, he's going to move slowly. He's going to be in shadow until May 2nd or 3rd. And so it's going to take a while for him to pick up momentum. You may see that progress will be slow during this time, but it is now possible, thank goodness. We also have Mars making a trine to Mercury on the day he goes direct. And so Mercury is at 17 degrees of Pisces, where he's not in his strong suit. Mercury in Pisces is very imaginative. He's very thoughtful and considerate and compassionate. And he's also, very much up in his head, up in these subconscious realms, and so there could be this dynamic of, thinking about things that you want to create. And there could be a dynamic of emotions tied to this, right? With the moon making an opposition to Mars, and Mercury and Mars are in water signs. There could be emotions at play during this day, especially where you may make emotional decisions, or there could be some kind of emotional ties to what it is that you're trying to move forward with. And this is, something to tread carefully with, because the day that Mars stations to go direct, Venus hits 10 degrees of Aries, which is the degree that she's going to start her retrograde cycle on a week later after Mars goes direct. So Venus and Mars are almost squaring each other. It's a very loose square. And so the cosmic lovers are having a conversation of tension and challenge, right? Mars is ready to go forward and Venus is ready to take a step backward. And so you may see that after this time of Mars being in retrograde and you feeling like, you know, there were a lot of setbacks and delays and things that were, you know, restricted or, you know, held you back from being able to move forward or get ahead in life. Now Venus comes into the conversation and she's like, okay, I really am rethinking about what I want, right? Because she's an Aries. And so it's about the self, very focused on the self, but also, you know, Venus is willing to fight for what she wants in Aries. She's not as strong as she would like to be in Aries. However, she's in Mars's home sign. And so, you know, it's as if the cosmic lovers are triggering each other, you know. Venus is being receptive to what Mars is bringing to the mix, right? Because she's in his territory. And so it's like she's taken direction from him. And we will also see Mercury station retrograde at the same degree point as well. So there's going to be, even though we're going to have the potential to make slow, steady progress, we do have to take it slow and steady because we have the other two personal planets preparing to go retrograde now that Mars is finally preparing to go ahead. So we're going to feel this shift, and, you know, we may still feel like there's some, you know, there's some delays or a need to take caution in what it is you're moving ahead with and what it is that you're trying to pursue during this time. But it is a very welcomed relief because I think everybody felt the Mars retrograde. You know, it's a personal planet. Everyone feels when personal planets are retrograde. And so, you know, after a long period of Mars being in retrograde, yes, he's still moving slow in Cancer and it's going to take time for him to gain speed. He is going to be moving forward, and that's what we want. We want to be able to move forward after a period of feeling like, you know, there's a gatekeeper preventing us from forging ahead, right? Now, as Mars is moving ahead, he's going to make positive connections to everything in Pisces. So we're going to see the first connection will be a trine to Saturn, and then we'll see Mars make a trine to Neptune and then the North Node, and we'll see him make connections to Venus retrograde and Mercury retrograde. So there's going to be more conversations that we're going to have about Mars because of the influences that he's going to have when he makes trines to all of the other planets. This is, you know, it's like the universe is saying, okay, Mars, you're ready to go ahead, but we have all this energy in Pisces, which is about, you know, our subconscious. It's about our dream life. It's about our intuition, what we're trying to create, what we're trying to manifest. It's very much a, you know, the possibilities are endless kind of energy because Pisces is like, there are no boundaries, right? To what Pisces energy is capable of. And so, you know, this connection that Mars is going to be making to all the planets in Pisces. And oh, by the way, we're going to have a new moon in Pisces too, shortly after Mars goes direct. So the connection that Mars is going to be making he's going to be influenced by all those planets' energies as he's moving forward. So it's like, you know, we have all these planets that are, you know, very imaginative and very intuitive and very much, you know, you could be ending things because Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. There could be things that are ending. And so, you know, as things are ending, Mars is like releasing and able to make more progress, right? So it's like, say you're leaving a job, you know, in the process of you giving your 2-week notice, you have to work with people on the team to get them to be able to take over once you leave. And so, you know, even though you're moving forward in a different direction, right? You have to go through this process of, you know, closing that door at the old job, right? So this is kind of symbolic of the kind of energy we may see take place as Mars connects to the planets in Pisces now that he's moving forward again. So I am excited about the fact that we have all planets direct now, or as of February 23rd. Again, we have a small window of opportunity, a week where all planets are direct before we see Venus go retrograde, and then Mercury will go retrograde. And I will make a separate video on that because that is, I feel like that's going to be a preparation for our eclipse season, which is right around the corner. So we have a lot of dynamic astrology coming up in the very near future. This is going to be like the pivotal time of the year to make progress, make changes, and make things happen. And I think we're, you know, I don't think, I know we're going to see this happen on a global scale as well. Obviously, when you're talking, you know, bigger picture, it may take some time for you to see it, but this year is pretty impactful because of February, March, and April astrology. So we have big energy shifts coming ahead of us, and I'm going to be here to talk about it. So stay tuned for more videos. I hope this helps you understand what you can expect from Mars going direct. And if you enjoyed this, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. I really enjoy interacting with each and every one of you. And have a great week, everybody. Take care.